Happy 31 December 2022, coming at you from City of Shoreline, Washington State, United States of America. It's the last day of 2022. What's my COVID-19 update / news for you? So there are two things. There are COVID-19 pandemic in my life updates. So Lucky Wallaby Courier is a lifestyle publication founded by me and my soulmate, a few of my soulmates exclusively, so just me and my soulmates. So with support by my aunt Tanis. She's so maybe an auxiliary founder. I don't know, maybe she's a founder. Gotta look at the paperwork. That was signed when I was sleepwalking mode. Scared. Look at that. I'm opening up still on YouTube. And those memories are stored differently. So if there was somebody who was a founder other than my soulmate, it was my aunt Danette K. Leonhardi, middle initial K. And so Lucky Wallaby Courier came into existence during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I've talked a bit about Lorenzo Mora, Kyle Chalmers, Adam Peaty, Nicolo Martinenghi, and what they might contribute. What would I contribute? What's my section? Like, we're talking about writing. It's a publication. Without the writing, there is no publication. So whatever other roles we take on doesn't really matter if there's not a paper or a brochure or a pamphlet or a book or whatever. So I was like, well, it's a lifestyle publication with kind of a area that focuses on aquatic sports, but like a variety of water sports. So like water sports, aquatic sports includes things like life saving, surfing, pool swimming, so that kind of stuff. And what would I contribute to this publication? Instead of just thinking of it as one article, what's a section I could focus on? And so I was thinking, something, at least in aquatic sports, that is missing is the human aspect. Who's competing? What's their story? And let's get plurality in that. The American press is well known for playing favorites and then attacking certain people. And we have a no personal attack policy. Which means we better choose good people to write about, like good in character. So we won't be writing about like American favorites, that kind of thing. And I don't make Wikipedia articles for American favorites. So the people I have made Wikipedia articles for are examples of people who, if we could get interviews, we do like an approach of pre-competition, during competition, and post-competition. So this is my focus, is the biography, giving them a chance to share their story if they want to, and doing a lead-up during competition and follow-up, which is largely forgotten, omitted, just not done for whatever reason in aquatic sports, especially American coverage of aquatic sports. There might be where are they going next during competition kind of pieces. I'm talking about follow-up. What was that competition? How are they feeling after the end of competition? Right? And helping them, giving them a voice and a chance to kind of share their story as they go through whatever they're going through. So that's kind of my focus. I would classify it as biographies, but biographies as in focusing in on people and their journeys. And that could be pool swimmers, that could be actresses, that could be musicians, that could be that kind of thing. Dancers, that kind of stuff. So it's not hikers, teachers, scientists, mathematicians, like that kind of stuff. It's not narrow in, but it could be if we have a focus of aquatic sports at the beginning, there might be more people in aquatic sports being covered. So that's kind of my musing about what my section of Lucky Wallaby Courier might be. And then the second thing is I am permanently out of the sport of swimming. So I did give it a shot this year, 2022, coming back to it. And same same old. So I brought it up over a year and a half ago on this channel. I did something called the Which Sport is Better competition, and I talked about I stopped swimming largely because of my knees. Breaststroke. So what happens in butterfly does it to my shoulders. So it'll wear the cartilage out in my joints, in my knees especially, and so my bones start grinding against each other, and it actually becomes difficult for me to walk. And so this year the doctor was like, nope, if you keep doing this, you will lose the ability to walk and swim. And I was just like, well, so then I can't live on land or in water, and I'm a human, which means I'm a land creature because I don't have gills and my skin can't handle water saturation underwater for prolonged periods of time. So it's just basic anatomical deficiency there for living in water. So I was like, okay, well, I want to be able to walk and swim in survival situations if I need to. So swimming's done. And so that is kind of how that pulse of these are my swimming coaches. I want to do my dream repertoire in artistic swimming, my dream repertoire in pool swimming and stuff, and how I want to do open water swimming too. Yeah, that's all not going to happen. Per doctor's orders, this is very COVID-19 pandemic related, because we all know doctors don't ever get anything wrong. So per doctors, I will not be swimming again, and if I do, I will not be able to walk nor swim again. So that's pretty obvious. And so the not swimming thing, so that means like no training, no nothing. It's not for me. It is, I stopped competing in 2010. So over 12 years ago, I raced my last race. And so I've gone through the I'm leaving, like swimming. It was summer league and that kind of stuff. And what was the sentiment at the time, and what has the sentiment been after? So at the time, I think there was actually a bit of relief from people on my team and parents that I was not continuing swimming, because it was phrased as the coaches wasted you. Like they wasted me and my abilities and stuff like that. And like, I would have been a competitive backstroker and earned our school points in high school, and the coach never had me race backstroke. They pigeonholed me to breaststroke, which actually shot my knees. So the coaches pigeonholed me to a stroke that did me permanent damage to my knees. Then I can't swim anymore. And it wasn't my favorite stroke. It was just what they wanted me to swim. And so there was it was a dynamic of the coaches wasted my talents, and people would actually say that to me was, you were kind of wasted. And so there was a bit of relief that I wasn't going to keep swimming, because it's America, and America plays favorites, and I wasn't a favorite, and so it would have just keep being wasted. So I was like, so I think it was actually there wasn't anybody who was upset. I'll put it that way. And since I stopped competing over 12 years ago, not a single person, not even one, has told me that they want to see me compete. So like go out there, race, compete against other people in any event. Not a single person has ever told me that since I stopped competing. So, and competing is different than swimming laps and stuff. But competing specifically, not a single person has said they want to see me compete. So if there's a sign, a very real sign that a sport is not for you, there's an amicable split when I stopped competing, which there was, and then not a single person has wanted to see me compete or told me they want me to compete. I'm like, and that's over 12 years of a snapshot of this planet I live on. Is not, and I would tell people I'm a swimmer, and I did lap swim again and train again, but not even when I was training with my Kyle and my Chad and stuff, not a single person said they wanted to see me compete. And I was like, well, that's a big positive reinforcement for this sport is a no-go. And the knee problems and stuff. Now running, on the other hand, is very different. My current mile time is a 4 minute and 47 seconds, and when my personal best time was a 4 minute and 56 seconds, I actually had people tell me they would pay to see me go for it. Like actually like go after the world record and stuff, like get fast and like compete. And so it's like, well, if we're also taking social input, the thing that I still do, is the one that people want me to do. And it was like, how is that for just like a symbiotic feel good? There's actual agreement in what people want to see me do and would pay to see me do. And it's running, not swimming. So there's no hard feelings whatsoever towards the coaches or anything like that. It was over 12 years ago that I stopped competing. I found something better and something that does not harm my knees like swimming did. So yeah, it's an amicable split, and not a single person wanted to see me compete. So I can say everybody who wanted to see me compete in swimming saw me compete in swimming. I have over a decade of competition, like from start year to end year, over a decade of competition experience, and everybody who wanted to see me swim saw me swim at the time. Our competitions were open to the public. So it's a happy ending in that sense. And now I can go. If one day I live or we're in transition to living with my soulmates, I'm gonna go and cheer them on the pool deck. I will not be getting in the water because of my knees. Injury took me out of the sport.